service of CNC Worldwide.
The Daily is a service of CNC Worldwide and Jib Jab greetings. I'm Bud Lowell. Your full AccuWeather forecast is always on top here on your CNC local news pages. First off, we do want to show you some more images from the 11th anniversary commemoration of the 9/11 terrorist attacks on America. Here's Governor Andrew Cuomo at the New York State Museum unveiling an exhibition in recognition of the attacks on the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and Flight 93. In our last update, we showed you images from the 9/11 commemoration in the town of Greece. CNC's Bob Scott filed this later that day from across the river in Irondequoit.
Across the nation and on the grounds of Irondequoit Town Hall, those dedicated to protecting the community, the first responders and staffs representing various departments of government, gathered to recognize the 11th anniversary of the attack on our nation. 9/11 ceremonies included a formal color guard, representatives of the fire, police, and emergency services, and an impressive yet solemn remembrance of a day everyone has embedded in their memory. The ceremony was held in time to coincide with the airplanes hitting New York's World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and the downing of a plane in Pennsylvania, preventing a third assault on the nation's capital. This is Bob Scott reporting for IrondequoitLive.com.
3 weeks after the New York State Health Department put out a warning, the Monroe County Health Department has recorded the county's first human case of West Nile virus infection. County Health Director Andrew Doniger says the risk of infection from the mosquito-borne disease will continue through the first heavy frost. Dr. Doniger says this is the time of year when the risk to humans is highest, so Rochester area residents should take steps to avoid mosquito bites. That includes covering exposed skin when outdoors as much as you can and using insect repellent containing DEET before spending any time outdoors. Wash it off when you come in for the night, though. Dr. Doniger says it's likely additional cases will be seen in the coming weeks. There have been 34 human cases of West Nile infection reported statewide this year. Most people recover just to have a little bit of fever, but about 1% of those infected will get seriously ill. Former Greece Central school bus monitor Karen Klein was presented with a check for more than $700,000 on Tuesday at a ceremony in Toronto, a big check on a couple of different counts. This video is from the Toronto Star. You can see the full event coverage right here. Klein is the Greece grandmother who was verbally abused earlier this year by 4 middle school students. The incident was caught on cell phone video and it went viral after another student posted it to YouTube and other social media sites. The students ended up on a year's suspension after their profane taunting session turned into national news. Among those outraged after seeing the video was a Toronto man named Max Sidorov. He started a campaign on the fundraising website Indiegogo, hoping to raise $5,000 to send Mrs. Klein on a nice vacation. His appeal ended up raising $702,684 from more than 30,000 people in 84 countries. Karen Klein was able to retire and donate $100,000 to found the Karen Klein Anti-Bullying Foundation. There is another fundraising drive on Indiegogo right now where interested people can donate to help support her anti-bullying education and media campaigns. Gates police now think they have all 3 suspects involved in last week's murder of 19-year-old Montre Bradley. The young man shot down while waiting in line early in the morning to buy a pair of sneakers. Keyshawn Mackenzie Smith was arraigned in Gatestown Court on charges of attempted robbery and murder. Gates police say Mackenzie Smith tried to hold up Bradley while he and some other young men were waiting outside the street game store at a plaza off Chiley Avenue. They wanted to buy the latest limited edition Nike sneakers. That led to a struggle in which Bradley was shot and killed either by Mackenzie Smith or one of the other suspects. William Wilkins was arrested last week on these same charges, and another suspect was also arrested last week after a car chase and charged with helping Mackenzie Smith and Wilkins to evade capture. Police think the accomplices targeted the men waiting to buy the $230 a pair of sneakers because they knew they'd be carrying lots of cash. Remember the controversy 5 years ago over Monroe County implementing the sales tax intercept to help fund Medicaid? Monroe County Executive Maggie Brooks says the intercept did succeed in keeping the Medicaid fees off the local property taxpayers' backs at the expense of less sales tax revenue to share with Rochester and the towns and the school districts in Monroe County. Brooks now says, though, the county will switch from the intercept to the new Medicaid hard cap proposed by Governor Cuomo. She says that will lock in the $30 million in local Medicaid savings she has earned for Monroe County taxpayers. Taking the state's hard cap offer means Albany will cap the annual growth in Monroe County's Medicaid expenses at just 2% per year. Democrats in the Monroe County legislature minority are calling that a win. They tried several times to repeal the intercept. Now they say Brooks' proposal is substantially the same thing that they've been pushing. On this page, you can find links to these and other stories. At the bottom, links you can use. They're in that gray bar, and you can use them to directly submit stories that you've written, ideas that you want us to follow up on, things that you see in your neighborhood, shout out sports items, anything you want us to know about. If it's news to you, it's news to us, and it ought to be right here. Next news as it happens, updates when necessary, and I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.